Welcome to practice, everyone. We'll focus on core and legs today with minimal cues, just allowing you the opportunity to become a little bit more mindful within each pose. So let's warm up, stretching the body just before our practice. Meet me on your knees, and let's settle into 3 deep breaths in and out of the nose. Interlace the hands behind the back and fold the body forward into child's pose. Let the entire body just be heavy. Slowly roll up. Keep drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears as you bring your chin towards your chest. Wrap the hands and hook them onto the right hip, right ear to right shoulder. And we'll do the same on the other side. From here, we'll just do some hip raises as we stretch the front body through the quadriceps, through the thighs. So lifting the hips, extend the right arm up into the sky and then swap towards the other side. Right hand is behind you, left arm extends towards the sky as you lift the hips. Let's do one more round on each side. And now roll over onto your hands and knees and flow through a few rounds of cat and cow. You guys know the drill by now. Trying to move with your breath as you bring some awareness to your spine. From our cat-cow, we're going to go through a few poses, just bringing them together in one sort of a sequence, starting with a yogi squat, plank, and then side plank. So get ready with me. Step the right foot to the front of the mat on the outside of your right hand, joined by the left, finding your yogi squat, and we'll start our sequence. Second pose is getting into a high strong plank, and then moving into a side plank towards the right hand side. Left arm extends to the sky. Come back into plank, step forward into your yogi squat, and we'll do the same sequence on the other side. Plank, side plank, left hand side. So the right arm extends to the sky. Come back to your yogi squat, back to plank, side plank, right hand side. Keep going. Lift those hips high. Step to the front, yogi squat, plank, side plank, left hand side. Just building some heat in the body. Step forward, yogi squat, step back to plank, side plank, right hand side. Lift those hips, extend the arm. Step forward, yogi squat, for a brief moment, and then back into plank. Side plank, left hand side. Step forward, yogi squat, sink low. Step back into plank, side plank, right hand side. Yogi squat, sink low, strong plank, side plank, left hand side. Now step forward into your yogi squat and slowly push yourself up into standing. Let's take 2 deep breaths in and out of the nose and end off with our hands at heart center. We'll start our next sequence Step the right foot back into warrior two. So the left foot's in front. Strong warrior. Extend those arms, draw the belly to the spine. Flip the palm, lean the body forward into reverse warrior. Sink low. Back to warrior two, and then point the feet forward, sink into a sumo squat, and we'll do 10 mat touches. So squeeze the bum as you come up and try and make connection with your mat with your fingertips. Go for 10 strong squats. We'll do exactly the same sequence to the back of the mat. Keep going. Now open up to warrior two, facing the back of your mat. Sink low. Reverse your warrior. Get ready for those sumo squats. And let's tap for 10. Make those very, very strong leg pumps as you touch the mat, and squeeze the bum as you come up. Open up into warrior two, facing the front of the mat. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two, and then move into extended side angle, reaching the arm up and over. From here, moving into your revolved lunge twist, and we're extending the left arm to the sky. From here, come back up into warrior two, facing the front of the mat. Come back to your sumo squats and 10 touches. Make them strong. Really put a lot of effort into keeping the integrity of each pose. We'll do the same sequence to the back of the mat. So open up to warrior two, facing the back of your mat, strong arms. Reverse your warrior. Sink low. And then move into extended side angle. Try and be light with that elbow on your thigh, so don't just dump all the weight onto your thigh. And move into your revolved lunge twist, extending the right arm towards the sky. Lift back up into warrior two, strong arms, and get ready for your sumo squats. 10 touches. Keep going. Squeeze that bum. Engage the core. Good job, guys. Now face the front of the mat. Standing in mountain pose, take 2 deep breaths in and out of the nose. Let's take a deep breath in, extending the arms up, folding the body forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into plank, and flow through your upward facing dog. Once you get into upward dog, look over the right shoulder and then the left shoulder, and push all the way back into downward facing dog. And we'll do this twice more. So step to the front of the mat, take a deep breath in, exhale, hands to heart center. Get ready. Exhale as you forward fold, halfway lift, step back into your plank, all the way through into your upward facing dog. Look over the right shoulder, slow and steady over towards the left, pushing back into downward facing dog. One last time. Strong and steady. Deep breath in, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Flow through into your upward facing dog. Strong arms, hug them close to the body. Look over the shoulder, both sides. And then step back into your downward facing dog. Engage the core. And walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat. Placing the hands underneath the feet, toes touch the wrists. Just drawing yourself a little deeper into your forward fold. Just let the body be heavy. And slowly release all the way into standing. We'll meet in the middle of our mats for our balancing poses. We'll start with the right knee up. Squeeze the butt cheek. Find your balance. Left hand is on the outside of the right knee. Right arm extends backward. Try and keep your balance. If you want to go deeper, look towards your extended arm. Keep the core engaged. And then come back to center as we swap hands. Right hand on the right knee, open up the knee. Left arm extends out. And then come back to center. Moving into your tree pose. Pressing the left thigh into the right foot. Taking 3 deep breaths in and out of the nose once you have your balance. Remember to stand up tall, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Release your foot down, shake it out. Okay, let me face you so you can see better. We'll do this on the left hand side. Left knee up. Squeeze that butt cheek. And let's extend the arm backward. Remember, once you have your balance and you feel comfortable, maybe take your gaze towards the back. Otherwise, keep your focus in front of you. Swap hands as you open up your knee towards the side, opening it up like a gate. Keep your balance, keep your focus. Moving into tree pose. Once again, pressing the foot into the inner thigh of the opposite leg, hands at heart center. And when you have your balance, take those 3 expansive breaths. Try always to find something in any balancing pose that's not moving to stay focused. Great job. Shake out the legs. Let's go into our next sequence of balancing poses. So get ready. Right leg onto the left thigh for standing pigeon. Sitting the tailbone back, lift the chest. Sitting as deep as you can. Maybe you can bring your elbows to rest on your knee and your ankle. Finding that focus. From here, we'll push to standing and immediately open up to Warrior 3. So you can have the arms at various positions in aeroplane, at heart center, or full extension out in front of you. From here, standing splits, lower the hands, lift the back leg, and maybe you can kiss your knee. Slowly release your foot down to the mat, and let's do the same on the other side. Get ready for your standing pigeon. Left ankle onto the right thigh, sit back. See if you can go slightly lower. Remember to press your belly towards your spine, engage the core, lift the chest, and sink low. From here, push to standing, open up to Warrior 3. Try and draw the pinky toe down so you straighten out the hips, finding that T-shaped position. From here, plant the hands on the mat, lifting into your standing splits, drawing the chest towards the standing leg. And slowly release and come to standing. Shake out the legs. From here, let's go through our 3 vinyasas again. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fold forward as you exhale. Halfway lift. Plant the palms. Step back to plank. Flow through your upward facing dog. Look over the right shoulder, then the left, and push back to down dog. Twice more. Walk all the way to the front of the mat. Deep breath in. Hands at heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale as you fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back into plank. Flow through your upward facing dog. Strong arms, draw the shoulders down and look over the shoulders. First the right, then the left, and push to down dog. One last time. Step forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, and flow through your strong vinyasa. Upward facing dog, we pause as we look over the shoulder. And then back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat, holding on to opposite elbows. Just hanging into a ragdoll position. Maybe swaying the body from side to side. We'll start another sequence, so walk to the front of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Step your left foot behind you into a high lunge. Lift the arms up into high crescent. Find your balance, sink low, bring the hands back to heart center and bring the knee into the chest, and we'll step back 10 times into this back lunge. So go at your own pace, do as many as you feel comfortable. Sink low with each step back, keeping the core engaged. Keep going. When you're done, we'll stay in a high lunge position. Hold the lunge, plant the palms, and move into your easy twist towards the right. Plant the palms, step forward, and come to standing. Deep breath in. We'll do the same on the other side. Step the right foot back, left leg is in front. Sink low, high crescent. And now get ready for those lunges. Trying to aim to do 10 at your own pace. Don't worry if you fall over, that's okay. The legs are fatiguing, so keep going. Engage that core, lift the knee into the chest, and step back into a deep lunge. Keep going. Find that focus point. Step back into your high lunge, moving into your easy twist towards the left. So the left arm extends up. Plant the palms, step forward, and come to standing. We'll do the same exact sequence on each side. Step the left foot back, find your high crescent. Bring the hands to heart center and start with your lunges. Knee to chest, step back. Knee to chest, step back. Try and engage that core. Strong legs. I know the legs are getting tired, but that's our focus today. Keep going. You can do this. Remember, we'll hold in our last high crescent lunge, plant the palms, and then find our easy twist, extending the right arm towards the sky. How are you guys doing? Okay, step forward, come to standing, one last time on the other side. Right leg back, find your high crescent, find that balance, and engage your core as you get ready, hands at heart center, lift the knee towards the chest, and step back to your lunge. Keep going. Whether you do 5 or 10, try and make them strong. Go as slow or as fast as you like. This is your practice. Have fun. Hold in your lunge, lower down, easy twist, extend the left arm towards the sky, maybe taking your gaze towards your extended arm. Step forward and roll all the way up into standing. Take a deep breath in and out, just catching your breath, lowering the heart rate, and then roll onto your back, draw your knees in towards your chest, and then rock the body until you get into your boat pose. Holding onto the back of the legs, and when you're ready, release the hands. Bring the hands at heart center and let's touch elbow touches on each side, going for 10. So we're twisting from the core, working into the obliques, trying to keep those legs up. Remember, you can do 5, you can do 10, just make them strong and controlled. From here, we will move into our dead bug. So bring the legs up, bend the knees, extend the arms, and we'll move opposite arm and opposite leg. Very slow and controlled. 10 rounds, so 5 on each side. Trying to make sure that you keep the lower back pressed into the mat. Keep the arms up, keep the knees bent. Keep the head and the upper body flat on the mat. Keep going. This is a very strong and controlled position. We're working into the deep core muscles, so don't rush yourself. Hug the knees to the chest, maybe rocking from side to side. And now plant the feet down, get ready for your bridge pose. Remember to lift the hips and keep the knees together as far as you can. Don't let them flop out to the side. Engage the inner thighs. Lifting as high as you can. Hold. And release all the way down to the mat. Getting ready once again for our boat elbow taps. So getting into your boat pose, bring the hands to heart center and tap. Opposite elbow as low as you can towards the mat, keeping the legs up, keeping that core engaged. Just push through this. I know you can do it. Keep going. We're almost done. Moving into your dead bug, slow and steady, 10 rounds, making sure that you keep that lower back pressed into the mat. Focus on activating your core with each movement. Keep going. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side, just decompressing that spine. And now extend the legs out in front of you. Come into a seated position and we'll go into a twist. Bend the right knee, place it onto the opposite side of the left thigh. Right hand behind you, extend the left arm up and over. Hook it onto the right knee. and move into your twist. Allowing your breath to help you go deeper into this twist. We'll do the same on the other side. Bend the left knee, place it over towards the right. Extend the right arm up and over, hooking it onto the elbow, and we'll twist in the opposite direction. Deep breaths in and out of the nose, keeping that breath steady. Come back to center. Extend the arms up and over. And let's try and reach for our toes. So holding on to anything that's accessible to you, whether that's your thighs or your shins. Just relaxing in this forward fold. Come back up and then roll back into your boat pose, rocking if you need to. Getting into your boat pose, once again getting ready for those elbow taps. We'll do 10. Remember to engage the core, lift the chest, use your core to guide you, and just keep going. Rolling back onto your back. Let's get ready for those dead bugs. Remember 10 rounds. Strong and steady. Opposite arm, opposite leg extends. Back to center. Pressing that lower back into the mat. Try and really become aware of your body as you go through this very, very slow. We really want to activate the deep core muscles here. Keep the neck relaxed, unclench the jaw. Draw the knees to the chest. Let's lift into our bridge pose once again. Trying to see if you can go a little bit higher this time. Remember, try and activate the inner thighs as you lift the hips. And hold. Lower down. Get ready to move into your boat pose. Whether you rock into your boat pose or just lift, get ready for those elbow taps. Remember, once again, if you find that you are fatiguing and you are losing the integrity of the pose, rather take a pause in child's pose and join us when you're ready again. Roll back, getting ready for your 10 dead bugs. Really activating the core with this program, with this practice. Being mindful to move the opposite arm and opposite leg, slow and steady, as you keep the lower back pressed into the mat. Really making that connection between the mind and the muscle as you move the body. Keep going. And from here, scoot yourself down the mat. Lift the legs and extend them and move into your plow position. Taking the legs as far over as is comfortable for you. If you need to bend the knees, you're more than welcome to do so as an option. Place the hands flat on the mat. And when you're ready, slowly, slowly roll yourself out of your plow pose, getting ready for boat, and start the elbow taps. One last round, I promise. Keep going. Lift the chest, keep the legs lifted. and get ready for your last round of dead bugs. I promise, I know your tummy is probably aching by now, but I promise you, you'll feel so much better that you focused on core and legs today. Keep going. Remember to keep your arms and legs slow and steady as you lift and lower. Draw the knees into the chest or take an option of happy baby. Remember to press the lower back into the mat, drawing the knees towards the chest. Roll over onto your hands and knees and work through a few rounds of cat and cow, just stretching the spine. We'll do one last small little flow, just 3 movements. So push yourself into downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes, ripple forward into plank, and then all the way lifting yourself into upward facing dog. Twice more, back into down dog, up on the toes, flow all the way through into up dog, pushing back to down dog, and one last time flowing through this easy motion. From your up dog, all the way into downward facing dog. Let's come down on our forearms and hold in a forearm plank. So don't lift the hips too high or sink them too low. Hold, activate that core, recruit the muscles in the body. And we'll stay on our forearms as our next pose is dolphin pose. So from plank, start to walk the feet towards the hands as far as you can, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. So you're pressing away from the mat, and hold. We're almost done. Hold, hold, and lower the knees. Great job. We'll move into a last back bend. So place your hands on your lower back, draw the elbows towards each other, shoulder blades together, and start feeling like you're rolling your back over a ball, pressing through the hips. And if you want, you can take the arms back into full camel pose. Lifting the hips, hold in this back bend, and then slowly come out of it, bringing the big toes together, knees apart, sitting back in your full extended child's pose. We're done, guys. Well done. We'll be moving into our last and final pose, ending off our practice together. So roll onto your back, take up as much space as you need, finding your corpse pose. Allow the body to just relax, holding on to nothing, just letting the breath flow as it wants to. Keep the eyes closed. Relax the forehead. Relax the jaw, all the way down into the tips of the toes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you and leave you. Live your life well.